Welcome to our General Hospital channel, where secrets explode, shocking betrayals are revealed, and your favorite Port Charles characters face impossible choices. From deadly twists and heartbreaking romances to the latest GH spoilers and predictions, we bring you every dramatic moment you can't afford to miss. Subscribe now and join us as we dive into the chaos, mystery, and non-stop drama of General Hospital. It all feels like a new chapter is being written right before our eyes. When that enigmatic figure appeared out of nowhere to rescue Cassius and Jocelyn, it adjusted everything we had been assuming about the dangers circling them. I remember thinking to myself, here we go again, with another layer of secrets. But this time, it carries a different weight. For years, we have watched characters battle their inner demons and external threats. Yet this intervention feels almost destined. It makes me wonder if this mysterious savior has ties that run deeper than any of us can imagine. As a longtime viewer, I cannot help but feel a surge of excitement mixed with genuine concern. Is this man a long-lost ally, or someone with his own hidden agenda? The way he timed his arrival suggests he knows more about the threats facing Cassius and Jocelyn than even they do, and that kind of knowledge always leads to the most compelling stories. What really has my heart racing is how this rescue ties directly into the new obsessions taking shape. It seems like every time one danger is handled, another one emerges to take its place, almost as if the universe of Port Charles refuses to let these young people find peace. Cassius has always been such a complex soul, carrying burdens that would crush most people. And Jocelyn, bless her heart, brings that fiery spirit we have come to love. Seeing them pull together through this crisis reminds me of the great romances and alliances from the show's golden eras, but with a modern edge that keeps it feeling urgent. I have my own theory here, and I might be completely off base, but I believe this mysterious man's involvement is adjusting the very nature of the obsessions that have been haunting everyone. It is not just about survival anymore. It is about rewriting the rules of who gets to protect whom and at what cost. Then there's the matter of Z appearing right at the moment when Cullum was eliminated. Talk about perfect, or should I say perfectly, devastating timing. I sat there with my cup of tea, leaning closer to the television because I could sense the shift in the air immediately. Cullum's removal should have brought some relief, a breathing space for the characters we care about, but instead it opened the door for Z to step forward and introduce an entirely new set of troubles. This is what General Hospital does best, in my humble opinion. Just when you think the storm has passed, a new one gathers on the horizon, and Z's arrival proves that the cycle of complications is far from over. I keep asking myself, what does Z truly want? Is it power, revenge, or something more personal? The evidence is right there on screen. The way Z moves with such calculated precision suggests years of planning, and that kind of patience always makes for riveting television. These new troubles that Z is stirring up are directly connected to the adjustments in those obsessions we were discussing. It feels like Z is deliberately reshaping the landscape, forcing everyone to confront fresh angles of the same old conflicts, but with higher stakes. I have seen storylines like this before, where one character's elimination creates a vacuum that another quickly fills, but this time it carries an extra layer of intensity. Z seems determined to introduce new adjustments that challenge what Cassius and Jocelyn thought they understood about their safety and their futures. As someone who has followed the show through countless family sagas and betrayals, I find this particularly fascinating because it mirrors real life in so many ways. We think we have closed one chapter, only to discover the story continues in unexpected directions. And then there is Carly, always at the center of the emotional whirlwind. That woman has been through more than her fair share of heartaches, and watching her brace herself for these new troubles is both heartbreaking and inspiring. She is ready for whatever comes next, or at least she is trying to be, but the rising shock is clearly taking its toll. I felt every bit of her tension when the implications about Jocelyn and Cassius started to surface. If Z brings forward one of those new shocks regarding their future, it could completely upend Carly's world once again. She has fought so hard for her family, and the thought of another major disruption makes my heart ache for her. Yet, at the same time, I admire her resilience. Carly has this incredible strength that reminds me why she remains one of the most compelling characters in daytime television. Her obsession with protecting those she loves is being tested in ways we have not seen before, and I cannot wait to see how she navigates it. Let me share a personal thought here, because after all these years, I have earned the right to speculate a little. I believe the writers are showing us that obsessions, whether they are protective or destructive, have a way of evolving. The mysterious man's intervention adjusted the immediate threat, but Z's appearance proves that new layers are being added all the time. This creates a beautiful tension that keeps me coming back day after day. What if the shock Carly faces is not just about danger, but about revelations that force her to reconsider everything she thought she knew about Jocelyn's path? I pose that question because I think many longtime viewers like myself are pondering the same thing. The answers, I suspect, will come in the most dramatic fashion possible, with cliffhangers that leave us counting the hours until the next episode. The beauty of these developments is how they build upon one another. The rescue of Cassius and Jocelyn by that mysterious stranger sets the stage. Cullum's elimination clears the path for Z, and suddenly Carly finds herself confronting a rising wave of new shocks. It is masterful storytelling that respects the history of the show while pushing it forward. I have my theories about where this is heading, some of which might prove completely wrong, but that is part of the fun. Maybe Z represents a long-buried connection that will force alliances we never expected. Perhaps the adjustments to these obsessions will lead to healing in surprising ways. Whatever happens, I know the writers will deliver moments that tug at our hearts and keep us invested. One thing I particularly appreciate is how the show allows us to feel the weight of these changes without rushing through them. We get to sit with Carly's growing concern, watch the subtle shifts in Cassius and Jocelyn's dynamic, and wonder about Z's true motivations. It creates this wonderful sense of anticipation, like something significant is always just around the corner. I find myself talking about these episodes with friends who have watched as long as I have, and we all agree that the current arc has that special spark. It reminds us why we fell in love with General Hospital in the first place. The characters feel real, the conflicts matter, and the hope for resolution keeps us returning. As I reflect on everything unfolding, I cannot help but feel optimistic, despite the troubles. These new obsessions and adjustments might be challenging, but they also open doors for growth and unexpected connections. Will the mysterious man become a permanent fixture, or will his role shift in ways that surprise us all? How will Z's plans intersect with Carly's determination to shield her loved ones? These are the questions that make each episode feel essential. I am fully prepared for the emotional roller coaster ahead, and I suspect many fellow viewers are too. Port Charles has a way of pulling through even the darkest times, and I have faith that the stories being told now will leave us all satisfied, yet hungry for more. The rising shock surrounding Jocelyn and Cassius's future is particularly poignant. It forces us to consider what legacy means in a place like this, where every decision ripples outward. Carly's readiness to face these new rubles shows her character depth, and I applaud the way the show honors that. Z appearing at such a pivotal moment after Cullum's exit is no coincidence, and I believe it signals deeper adjustments to the obsessions that have defined recent months. As a devoted fan well into my golden years, I cherish these moments of high drama tempered with genuine emotion. They make the show feel alive and relevant, no matter how many years have passed since I first tuned in. One of the most compelling parts is seeing Carly reach out for Sonny's help. Their history is so rich and complicated, full of ups and downs that have defined so many storylines over the years. In my opinion, this decision makes perfect sense. Sonny has always been a powerful ally when family is at stake, and Carly knows that together they stand a much better chance against the rising threats. I found myself nodding along as she made that choice, thinking about all the times they have teamed up before. It brings a wonderful sense of continuity to the show while introducing exciting new possibilities. The new adjustments and the troubles surrounding Jocelyn feel more manageable with Sonny by her side, even if the road ahead looks challenging. What really has me talking to my television screen is the emerging story where Carly and Sonny prepare to fight against Z and the WSB. This new obsession they are forming together is intense and layered. It proves that the dangers are not isolated incidents, but part of something much larger and more organized. Z's involvement has already shaken things up tremendously, and now with the WSB entering the picture, the stakes feel sky high. I have my own thoughts on this, and while I could be wrong, I believe this alliance between Carly and Sonny will highlight their enduring connection in the most dramatic fashion. They may have had their differences, but when it comes to protecting Jocelyn and facing off against powerful enemies like Z and the WSB, they become an unstoppable force. These new obsessions are what keep General Hospital so captivating after all this time. Carly reporting fresh truths adds such depth because it shows her willingness to confront uncomfortable realities for the sake of her daughter. The way the story is unfolding makes me ask questions like, how far will they go to uncover the full extent of Z's plans? Will the WSB prove to be an even greater obstacle than anyone anticipated? I answer those in my mind by trusting that the writers will deliver satisfying confrontations filled with emotion and clever twists. The evidence is there in every scene. Carly's determination, Sonny's strategic mind, and the clear threat posed by Z. It all builds towards something truly explosive. Watching Carly take these new actions fills me with both worry and admiration. She has always been a fighter, and this latest chapter reinforces that beautifully. The troubles keep mounting, but so does her resolve. Pairing up with Sonny feels right for this moment in the show's history, especially as they face Z and the WSB together. This new obsession they share about keeping Jocelyn safe while dismantling larger conspiracies creates such compelling television. It reminds me why I have stayed loyal to General Hospital for decades. The characters grow and evolve, yet their core passions remain the same. I cannot help but feel a surge of anticipation for what comes next. Will Carly and Sonny's united front be enough to overcome these formidable opponents? How will the new truths Carly is revealing change the dynamics for everyone involved? These questions keep me eagerly awaiting each episode, and I know fellow longtime fans feel the same. The adjustments to the ongoing troubles are handled with such care that everything feels earned and believable. Z schemes, combined with WSB involvement, add international intrigue that spices up the familiar Port Charles setting in wonderful ways. In my heart, I believe this storyline will strengthen bonds while testing loyalties in unexpected manners. Carly's new actions to save Jocelyn are not just plot points, they are heartfelt moments that resonate deeply. Teaming with Sonny against Z and the WSB proves that some partnerships are meant to be revived when the need is greatest. I am thoroughly enjoying this new obsession taking shape and the powerful evidence of love and courage it displays on screen.